All right, hello, folks and friends and YouTubers. I want to give a cautionary tale here on treadmills. Yesterday, here in Columbia, it was Sacred Heart Day, and a lot of people were not working. It's a fairly big Monday holiday here in this country, and probably throughout Latin America. Uh, so we had a lot of visitors come into the gym, and a kid came in. Uh, he came in with his dad or his grandpa, and he's in there. He gets on an exercise bike. We have two exercise bikes, two Nordic tracks, a weight machine, bench, uh, barbell, free weights, and dumbbells, and we have a tread machine. And then we got the boxing stuff in there. Well, this kid comes in and they go over after kid's on the exercise bike. He's all dressed up looking athletic. So looks older than he is. Like I said, he had his father or his grandpa with him. The gentleman would have been an older father. But the kid goes and the father, I'm assuming the father, I'll just say the dad, go up to the treadmill and they look at that and they can't figure out how to cut it on or whatnot. So I walk over there, I give the whole logist. Yeah, I'm going to cut it on for you. You can incline it with these numbers. The speed are these top numbers. And I tell that kid, go from one number to the next. You don't want to get hung up on this thing fast. I turned my back, because I'm working with Joe, and I turned my back for what I believe to be about 35, 45 seconds, and I hear stomping on the treadmill. And I'm generally not nice, but these people were I'm generally a nice guy, but when it comes to tomfoolery or shenanigans, I'm generally not nice. And I'll tell somebody in a second. So I hesitated when I heard this kid stomping on the machine, and I looked back and I was like, why in the hell is he on this treadmill like this? And it didn't register with me because I had just told him, do not go one number at a time and be careful because this thing it could kill you. And I said that 2 or 3 times. So I'm like, he ain't just sat and sped this thing up to where he can't handle it and stuck on it. Damn, sure enough, he had hit from number 4 where he was at to number 12, which is the high number on it. He couldn't keep up. And before I could get over there to cut the machine off, he didn't hold the thing, the emergency thing. If he would have had that on, he could have yanked it, stopped the machine. None of that, typical don't do what you're told to do. A man and his dad or granddad, both, that kid's flew off that thing. His head and his chin banged on the rotating tread part of it. It slung him back and up after he face planted right on that thing. It slung him back and up, and he popped again. That kid was skin up and bleeding like crazy on both his knees and down his shins, and even the back of one of his calves got messed up, because this thing flipped him for a loop. And I took and put some alcohol on it, and always prepared me. That day, which was yesterday, I didn't have any petroleum jelly on me. But I would have put that on his face and his knees to try to quell the blood as a first fix. So his dad or his granddad is going to walk him out, and they get up to the door, and the kid turns around and looks back in the gym, and he's violently shaking, and his knees are giving out. His knees are buckling on him. I said, "Joe, come here now." And Joe went running up to him, and I grabbed the weight bench and pulled it up to the front door, and we set the kid down. And I was unprepared, no ammonia on me, which ammonia is what we use. Throughout most of the world, they use alcohol, and I did have spray alcohol to clean the equipment with, and kept spraying it in the palm, putting it up in the face of the boy. And I was like, you got to breathe in deep through your nose. And of course, he wasn't doing that. And he sat there for 10, 15 minutes, got his composure. But he said everything had just white outed on him. And I just want to stress to you the importance of paying damn well good attention in a gym. Going into a gym is no joke. You need to know how to behave and know how to act inside of a gym, especially if they're doing boxing or MMA or things like that, combat sport as well in that gym. But even if you go in where there's a bunch of muscle heads that couldn't fight their way out of a paper basket, you got to watch your etiquette, because tempers flare in a gym. There's a lot of alpha going around in gyms. And typically a beta will come in, and this was just a kid, but he was beta. But a lot of people, when they go in, start in the gym, especially boxers, they're beta males in the beginning, and then they just turn into extreme alpha males. But when you go into a gym, you keep your attitude in check to whatever the environment of the gym is, because things are different in different places. But whatever their etiquette is, you need to kind of follow. Slamming weights around you don't do. Getting on pieces of equipment and not operating them properly, you don't do. Number one, before you start using a piece of equipment, you need to ask someone to show you, is this the way I use this particular thing? And then you really need to follow what you're being told. This is not a schoolroom where you can sit and not do what the teacher tells you to do, folks. You better be dead on. You get on a weight bench or get to squat and things like that with the barbell, doing heavy work, you need somebody spotting you. So, man, this generation coming up is not the brightest of people. They don't want to. People can't follow instruction. But the treadmill, you guys know Mike Tyson's daughter got killed on one of these treadmills. And these damn things are dangerous. And you look online, You'd think everybody would know with all these YouTube videos that how dangerous uh, these walking and running machines can be. But oh no. And what that kid did, he took that thing from 2 or 4 and hit the highest number. Exactly what I told him not to do. Standing there with a parent, uh, letting him do exactly what he was told not to do. And this kid got busted up, but good. This kid got messed up. And as a matter of fact, I told the kid, you couldn't have toted too much more of an ass whooping had you been sparring with Joe over here or this guy over here. I was like, you got beat up, son. And just people got to start thinking. That was the most idiocy I've experienced in a long, long time. And a lot of folks say, well, you're a mean guy. No, I'm just direct and to the point on stuff. Those 4 or 5 seconds there that I chose not to holler at this guy and say, get the hell off of that effing equipment, got him hurt in a real bad way. So sometimes you got to be cruel to be kind, and especially in this world today. And I got no problems being cruel to be kind with folks. So, and we need more of that. We need more ill-natured old men standing there asking young, dumb, wet behind the ear boys, what in the hell are you doing? And knock it the hell off. And the young, dumb boys their parents need to keep their lips sealed and encourage the older generation to be doing that. And that's one of the big primary things that's wrong in this world today. So be careful on treadmills and any gym equipment. Watch what the hell you're doing.